Hatboro Horsham High School offers many different sports and clubs for their students to participate. Well, what if I told you that the second most played girls' high school sport and most popular girls' high school sport in 21 U.S. states wasn't offered at Hatboro Horsham for boys at all? In fact, despite being a sport that's played by both genders, no U.S. states had this sport as their most played boys' high school sport, and it wasn't even listed in the top 10. This sport is volleyball, and this is why Hatboro Horsham needs a boys' volleyball team. One of the first huge benefits of adding a boys' volleyball team would be the higher academic performance of the students involved. According to a study done by Michigan State University, students who participated in a sport had a higher GPA of 3.25 on average compared to students who didn't participate in any recreational sports and had a higher GPA on average of 3.07. Additionally, students who participated in a sport were less likely to fail or drop at any classes. A big problem currently plaguing volleyball is its connotation as a girls' sport, while in reality, volleyball is for everybody. According to Zippia.com, 78.1% of professional volleyball players in the U.S. are women. This overwhelming majority is no doubt reflected at the high school level as well. Another huge benefit of adding a boys' volleyball team would be the potential scholarships and other post-grad opportunities that wouldn't be offered otherwise. According to NCSA Sports, about 5.9% of high school women's volleyball players play at a college level, and 1.2% play at a Division I level. By diversifying the sport, you would in no way affect the amount of women who would be offered these scholarships and only allow more students the opportunity to play volleyball at a college level with potential financial benefits. It is no secret that we need exercise. According to the CDC, at this stage in our lives, we need at least an hour of moderate to vigorous physical activity a day. With the addition of a boys' volleyball team and the fact that it's a low-contact sport, the health of the students will only increase. If granted the permission to create a boys' volleyball team, the implementation would be easy and low cost. This is due to boys and girls high school volleyball using much of the same equipment. The only equipment the boys volleyball team would need to purchase would be a men's volleyball net due to men and women playing on different sized nets. It would also be easy to fill a roster as men's volleyball is a widely growing sport. According to NCAA, participation between 2008-2009 and 2018-2019 seasons grew by 29% at the high school level and 79% at the NCAA level. And finally, boys and girls volleyball are traditionally played in different seasons, with the girls' season in the fall and the boys in the spring. This means that there won't likely be any issues, and adding a boys volleyball team wouldn't cause any issues in terms of scheduling. Now, despite all of the amazing benefits I told you, some people still disagree, and don't think the implementation and diversification of volleyball is a good thing. One argument these people have is that most sports are already male-dominated, and volleyball should be kept the way it is. My response to this would be that by excluding any male students from participating is not giving the female students more opportunities and only taking it away from the male students. Another argument people would have is that professional women's volleyball players are already paid less than their male counterparts, and this will only make the problem worse. Women being underpaid in sports is a very unfortunate issue. However, it is a societal problem and not a problem with volleyball itself. Adding a boys' volleyball club would be massively advantageous to the school, as well as many male students. Both would benefit from the students' higher academic performance. Also, the implementation would help diversify the sport. And finally, it would increase the health and physical activity for the students participating. The Hatboro Horsham girls volleyball team has become a huge part of the school's identity and spirit. I believe the boys volleyball team has potential to do the same thing. Roll hats. Fortnite.